Hi. Okay, week 2. You're going to see the course competencies here that we're going to cover. The required reading for this is chapters 3 and 4. Yes, we are going out of order, but to be really honest with you, the way the textbook is laid out has things divided up a little bit differently than how I would like to see. So you will have chapter 2 in the future, but for now we're going to focus on chapters 3 and 4, creating a safe indoor space and creating a safe outdoor space. So again, here are your chapters. You can read chapter 3 or you can listen to chapter 3. Here's chapter 4, or listen to chapter 4. I did break up the videos or the audio into smaller increments. Chapter 2 is about 15 minutes long, where these are a little bit longer chapters, so I wanted to break them up in about 5 minutes so that if you were wanting to listen to them on your own, you could. All right, you will have your discussion board. So part 1 is reading chapter 3, pulling something out of it, reading chapter 4, pulling something out of it. Part 2 is a minimum of 2 classmates. So pretty simple. Again, follow the guidelines for peer responses. Here is the Advancing Equity in Early Childhood assignment. If you click on it, you will read the Advancing Equity. There's one in English, one in Spanish, and then you're going to follow the instructions. Part 1 is writing a 150 to 200 word summary of what you interpreted as advancing equity. And then once you have read and summarized it, you are going to respond to the following questions. And then these are the questions. Okay? All right. There is a poisonous plants quiz. So I'm not expecting you to know all of the poisonous plants, which is why I give you all of the poisonous plants. And the reason I want you to do that is sometimes we put plants indoors and outdoors because we think that they look pretty, or we want to add color, we want to add nature, and we don't realize that maybe those items could be poisonous to children. So I wanted to give you this, and then you take a quiz. So you can use this guide for your quiz. And again, it's a quiz to increase your knowledge so that you are using best practice when selecting items for your environments. The next is a key assessment sign up. You will have a whole video on key assessment, but you can choose from any of these topics: hand washing, dental hygiene, stranger danger, and whatever one resonates with you. So for me, I didn't have access to healthcare when I was younger. My sister was really sick, and so I would go for something in the lines of healthcare and the importance of healthcare for early childhood. And that's what I'm going to do my key assessment, which is in the second module. So that's what I would do my key assessment on. So all I want you to do now is pull a topic that you want to do your presentation on. So when we did the how to start, I told you to start thinking about it, and now it's time to sign up. The reason I want you to sign up now is because it is a PowerPoint presentation, but it could take you some time to find resources and statistics on that item. Last but certainly not least is an outdoor safety activity. So you will go to this virtual lab school, you'll watch the videos, you'll write a summary, and then you'll use the handouts to gather your findings, and then the template below is what you're going to submit. And then I will be putting additional resources below this for you to go in and use in your career or just for knowledge. Oftentimes teachers do not get training in everything, or they do get training but they're not shown how to use certain materials, like fire extinguishers, or we're trained in first aid CPR, but there are some side effects to first aid CPR that could happen. And so not only having the training, but then just seeing like, what do we do after? For CPR first aid, calling EMS, making sure the child's okay because of damages that can be sustained while doing CPR or first aid. That is week 2 in a nutshell. So just be expecting some resources to be added at the end. And if you think, wow, that only took me a couple of hours, you will want to start reading chapter 2 and chapter 5. So remember, we went week 1 and then 3, 4, and now we're doing 2 and 5. So we will have another video on that week. Thank you.